Today we are going to learn about how to use the keyboard with applets. So in Java, every key on your keyboard has a unique integer number assigned to it. For example, the up arrow key is the number 38, the letter A is 65. You can determine what key the user has clicked and then write code to respond to that particular event. So for example, if the user presses the right arrow key, you can write code to move a sprite to the right. Let's have a look at some code. So what I want you to do is download the Java keyboard 1 file, compile it and run it. You're going to have a look at this code to see how the keyboard gets used. Okay, so when you open up your code, you will notice the first thing is that it has this term implements key listener. This term will let Java know that you're actually using the keyboard with your applet. In the init section, you will need to add this line, add key listener this. You need to copy it exactly as is. Again, this tells Java that you are using the keyboard. There are a number of things that Java can detect with the keyboard. It can detect if a key was typed, if a key is pressed, and if a key is released. Each of these are slightly different. So for example, the key typed is basically when the user presses down or depresses a key. The key pressed is when a user releases the key. The key released is when the user releases the key. So each of these will generate an event that you can write code to respond to. Okay, we are going to look at the key released section. So this means that the user has pressed and then released a key. So what happens when the user presses and releases the key? We're going to write code to respond to that specific event. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to determine which key did the user press. We can do so by using the code highlighted above. We have created a variable, an integer variable called keycode, and then we use the command e.getKeycode to get that specific integer that the user or the key that the user has clicked. In this case, all I'm doing is printing out that key code on the console, and then I call the paint method. So in order to run your applet, you need to basically click anywhere inside the applet once using your mouse. This will activate the applet. If you don't do that, your applet will not be activated and you'll think your applet is not running. So when you click on the key or any key in the applet, it will print out the integer associated with that key. So in this case, I pressed a number of different keys and you will notice that it has printed out the corresponding integer associated with that key.